Dundee has a rich history, with the city being renowned for its jute, jam and journalism. Dundee also had a long history of shipbuilding. The Caledon Shipbuilding and Engineering Company, based in Dundee, traded for more than a century and built more than 500 ships. The Caledon Shipyard was situated at Carolina Port. While shipbuilding in Dundee began with small wooden fishing vessels, when steam engines were introduced, larger ships were built. Collectively, the shipyards built a variety of ships, including steamboats, passenger liners, cargo ships, and cable-laying ships. The RRS Discovery, now a tourist attraction in the city, was one of the last wooden three-masted sailing ships to be built in the UK. It was built by the Dundee Shipping Company, formerly Alexander Stephen and Sons. Dundee was once a major centre for the jute industry, which involved processing jute fibres into a coarse, strong thread that could be woven into sacks, carpets and other products. The industry began in the 18th century and grew rapidly during the Industrial Revolution, but it declined in the late 19th century due to the competition from other materials and regions. Today, the Verdant Work Museum in Dundee preserves the city's jute heritage and allows visitors to experience what it was like to work in a jute mill. Dundee is also known for marmalade, a type of fruit preserve made from Seville oranges. The city's marmalade industry began in the 18th century and grew rapidly during the 19th century, thanks in part to the availability of sugar from the West Indies. Today, Dundee still produces marmalade, and the city hosts an annual marmalade festival. D.C. Thomson, a publishing company that created many famous comic book characters like Our Willie and Desperate Dan, to name a few, was established in Dundee in 1905. The company still employs around 2,000 people to this day and publishes a number of newspapers, magazines and comics. The company's headquarters, the Courier building, is located in Albert Square. The city's main newspaper, the Courier, has been printed in Dundee since 1801 and is still a fixture of Dundee life today. The city is also a home to a number of regional radio stations and has local production facilities for the BBC and STV. In recent years, Dundee has become a hub for medical research, technology and digital media, resulting in the creation of Grand Theft Auto, one of the world's largest game franchises, among other things. The city also enjoys a prime location between the sea and the countryside, contributing greatly to Dundee's burgeoning tourist sector, and is also appealing to students and academics as a place to live and study. The University of Dundee offers journalism courses for those interested in pursuing a career in the field. Despite the decline of the jute and marmalade industries, Dundee remains an attractive city with a broad employment skills base. Dundee has had in its time some unusual and unexpected visitors, with some unusual and unexpected outcomes. On September the 30th, 1981, Princess Grace of Monaco with her husband Prince Rainier visited Dundee to attend a football match between Dundee United and AS Monaco in the UEFA Cup. The match was the second leg of the UEFA Cup tie between Dundee United and AS Monaco. Despite the presence of the Princess, some of Dundee United players opted to skip the pre-match meeting with her in favour of having a pint at the local pub. Her visit to Dundee was a rare public appearance for her, and she largely retired from public life after marrying Prince Rainier in 1956. It was also notable for being one of the last public appearances by Princess Grace before her death in a car accident in 1982. Her visit to Dundee was a memorable event in the city's history, and her presence at the football match helped to raise the profile of both Dundee United and the city itself. Another notable historical visit was in 1877, When Ulysses S. Grant, the 18th President of the United States, visited Scotland as part of his world tour. During his visit, he went to Dundee to see the almost complete Tay Bridge, which was a marvel of new technology at the time. President Grant boarded a ship so he could look up the vast piece of engineering from below. He would also walk out along the bridge. However, the bridge collapsed 2 years later while a train was crossing, resulting in the loss of at least 60 lives. Grant's one comment of note recorded by the press was that it was a big bridge for a small city, which was seen as a snub to Dundee. Despite this, Grant's visit was seen as a success, and he was warmly received by the Scottish people. The visit was also notable because Grant was the first American president to tour Scotland. Michael Mara, a Scottish singer, songwriter and musician from Dundee, Scotland, also known as the Bard of Dundee, wrote songs about both events, Hamish and General Grant's visit to Dundee. you.